Welcome to Free to Cook. In this episode we're going to be cooking a Chicken Kiev. Chicken Kievs are like schnitzels, but in my opinion they're better. You get juicy, tender meat and you get a nice wave of garlic butter. To start off with, we want to make that garlic butter. Using a pestle or mortar, add 3 roughly chopped cloves of garlic. Add a pinch of salt, then grind the garlic. The salt not only adds flavour but also helps crush the garlic. Next, add a handful of finely chopped parsley. Then 3 knobs of softened butter. Mix it all together. This will help infuse the flavour of the garlic and the parsley into the butter. Lay out a piece of cling wrap on the bench. This will be used to shape the butter to sit perfectly inside the Kiev. Spoon the butter into the middle, making sure to keep it together as much as possible. Fold the cling wrap in the middle, then take both ends, twisting until it seals the butter. Place in the fridge for about half an hour to firm up. Lay out another piece of cling wrap. Take your chicken breast and lay it out flat. Slice into the breast just as I'm doing. This is called butterflying. Now that's laying flat, place another sheet of cling wrap over the chicken. Using a mallet, flatten the chicken breast. The best way to do this is by hammering from the middle out to the edges. This will help keep the thickness of the chicken breast even. Remove the cling wrap and grab the butter from the fridge. Sit the butter in the middle of the chicken breast. Roll the chicken up around the butter. Bring the edges together to seal in that butter. Fold the cling wrap around the breast and pull it together at the top. I personally like to wrap it a second time to make sure it doesn't come apart. Place in the freezer for an hour to an hour and a half. You want the chicken to stiffen up but not freeze. Preheat your fan force oven to 355 Fahrenheit or 180 Celsius. Fill a pot with your choice of frying oil and bring it up to temperature. Next, you want to set up a breading station. You will need a bowl with 2 lightly whisked eggs, another with your choice of flour, I'm using gluten-free flour of course, and lastly a bowl with your choice of breadcrumbs, and of course, you guessed it, mine are gluten-free. First coat the chicken in the egg wash. Then roll it through the flour. Place it back in the egg wash for another coating. Lastly, completely cover it with breadcrumbs. Slowly and carefully lower it into the oil. Make sure to clean your hands because that stage was messy. Fry until the crumbs become golden brown. This step isn't meant to cook the Kiev, but to seal those breadcrumbs onto the outside. Carefully turn it over so you get even golden brown breadcrumbs. Once it's golden brown, remove from the oil and rest on paper towel to drain. Next, place it on a tray lined with baking paper. Place it in the oven. You want to cook this for 25 to 30 minutes. After about 30 minutes, it's looking perfect. Take it out of the oven and let it rest for 5 to 10 minutes. Make sure to check out our other videos for the glazed carrots and fried potatoes. There you have it, a delicious Chicken Kiev. It's just like a schnitzel, but in my personal opinion, way better because you get juicy, tender meat and that nice wave of garlic butter. If you found this recipe helpful, don't forget to share it, subscribe to the channel, like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and if you have any recipe suggestions, leave them in the comments.